Hi, my name is Lance Goodell, member of the PTR, which is an organization for tennis teaching pros. Up to this point, we've been doing segments on forehand, backhand, serving, volleying. We even talked a little bit about the overhead. Today I want to talk to you about something very important. It's called percentage tennis. Percentage tennis is actually the nucleus of how to play the game. You can teach people how to stroke the ball, but if they don't know how to play the game, they're still probably not going to beat anybody. So listen very carefully, because today you're going to learn how to play. Okay, so the first thing I want to cover with you is the basic rule of percentage tennis. The basic rule of percentage tennis dictates that 7 out of 10 balls that are hit will be hit cross court, depending upon the degree of difficulty. The second part of the rule says that it's easier to hit a ball back in the same direction in which it comes. Now, the mistake that a lot of people make when they play the game is they hit balls down the line a lot and they come back to the center of the baseline a lot. That's fine if you're a beginner, but when you're a player, you have to come back to the center of the angle of return. We call that bisecting the center of the angle of return. Basically, it's very simple. If I'm standing in the center of my court and I hit a ball directly to the center of that court, I have to center myself between his two wide or deep angles of return. In this case, the angle of return would be over here, here, and let me put a ball down. And his other angle of return is over here. So I would want to position myself in the center of his two angles of return. And that places me in a position where I can have an equal opportunity to go right or left to cover either shot that he hits. All right, now, if I hit a ball into that corner, or let's say the ball is coming from that corner, he still can only get that angle. But once the ball is coming from that corner, he now has a new wide angle on this side. So the new wide angle goes over here. The new wide angle would be here from that side of the court. So something has to change on this side, because now that he has a better angle from that side, this angle is no longer in effect. So the way you would find the center of his new wide angle of return is very simple. If I draw a straight line from that corner over there, and I draw it into that ball there, come back, it puts me approximately 2 feet to the right of the doubles alley. Now the doubles alley is just a little more than 4 feet wide. So 4 feet and 2 feet is 6 feet. So that gives me an extra 6 feet of angle to cover over here. So what I have to do is divide the 6 feet into half, which would be 3, and that gives me my new center of angle of return. So that means that the center of the angle of return now would be 3 feet from the center of this baseline over here to the right. And we're just going to approximate the 3 feet, okay? So if I hit a ball into that corner, I don't want to go over here like a lot of players would do. I want to move 3 feet to the right of the center baseline. Now, that puts me at an equal distance between that corner and that new wide angle over there. So that allows me to cover the new wide angle and be in the center of the angle of return of his return. Okay, so if my opponent is playing a ball from that corner, which is his forehand corner, then he now has a new wide angle. His new wide angle would be over here, all right? So the way I get my new position back on the baseline is very simple. I draw a direct straight line from that corner to this corner. I follow it back in a straight line, and it'll move me approximately 2 feet to the right of the doubles alley, all right? We know the doubles alley is a little bit more than 4 feet wide, so let's say it's 4 feet. So you add 4 feet and 2 feet, you come up with 6 feet. Now I have an extra 6 feet on this side to account for. So I divide 6 feet by 2, I come up with 3, and that gives me my new center of the angle of return back here on the baseline. So if I'm on this side of the court and I hit a ball to that far corner, this is where I want to recover to, right here, not over here back to the center. If I do that, then I'm too far away from the new angle that's created by where he's going to be placing his ball. All right, now, how does this help you as a player? It's very simple. By understanding the rule of percentage tennis, it allows you to be able to anticipate what is going to happen before it happens and be right about 70% of the time. If you're right 70% of the time, believe me, you're gonna win a lot of games. So it helps you anticipate what's going to happen before it happens. It also helps you to anticipate and to know what you should be doing in a given situation. The second part of the rule says that it's easier to hit a ball back in the same direction in which it comes. So that would also open you up for hitting balls back down the line that you're receiving that are hit down the line. For example, you're in a rally situation and you play the ball into that corner over there. So the person, you would have to move over here, but the person decides to go down the line. So you're running over to play that shot and you get there. Now, because of that rule, it is a high percentage shot to hit the ball right back down the line. And the reason that that works is because you're not hitting a deflective shot, you're hitting the ball back in the same direction in which it comes. You're taking that energy and you're reversing it rather than deflecting it, which makes it a high percentage shot. All right, so this is going to allow you to play positioning. It's going to allow you to anticipate what's going to happen before it happens, and it should help you to become a better player. All right, so let's talk about another play situation. Let's suppose I want to come into the net behind a shot. I want to follow the ball in to the net. So I'm going to say that I'm going to play a ball into that far corner over there. So how would I follow that in? Okay, I know that from that corner, I want to be back here on the baseline. And that the center of the angle of return is always a straight line. So if I decide to go into the net, I want to stay on this straight line and move into the net behind my shot. As I move up close to the service line, I'm actually going to cross over the tee, which is right here. And as I move into the box, it'll move me approximately 1 foot off of center. And this becomes my new center of angle of return right here. And this is the position that I want to be in as I move into the net. Okay? Again, I'm staying on that straight line from there back to where that ball is. And this is my new center. Now, I have an equal opportunity to play a ball from this side by stepping out and stepping over and reaching out, or by coming back and taking another step out and reaching over and playing this shot. You're always going to be about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet short of the widest angle, but at least you're in the center of the angle of return and you can cover most shots that he's going to hit. And that's going to set you up to be able to win the next shot. Okay, so not only are you going to be able to anticipate what he's going to do, you now can know exactly what you should be doing behind your shot. And that should make you a better player. Okay, so we're back here on the baseline. And I want to talk a little bit about how to move back here on the baseline, how to set yourself up for shots. Remember what we said earlier, 7 out of 10 balls that are hit are going to be hit cross court. This is why when you're watching the top players, your rallies are more cross court than they are down the line. So I want you to remember this, that when you're back over here, let's say you get pulled wide over here, you're actually on the defense. So you want to hit a really good defensive shot. The worst thing you can do is to hit the ball as hard as you can low over the net. That ball's going to be short, give him an approach, he's going to put it away over there on that side. What you want to do is to play a good defensive shot from this position. So you play your defensive shot, but go cross court with it. Now there's 5 reasons why you want to go cross court. Number 1, it's more natural to play a ball across your body. When you hit a ball, your racket finishes across your body. The natural tendency is to hit balls cross court. Number 2, from this position, you want to go cross court because you're playing the ball over the lowest part of the net. All right, number 3, you're also playing the ball into the deepest part of the court. From here down the line is the shortest part. So if I play cross court, I'm going back into the deepest part of the court. All right, number 4, by playing the ball cross court, it also allows me now to anticipate another cross court return, and that's going to help me as well. But the other thing is that if I play balls cross court, I'm that much closer to where I want to recover to, which is right here. So I don't have to cover as much court if I continue to play percentage tennis. So that's going to help me out physically, and it's also going to help me play a smarter game. So the main message behind percentage tennis is very simple. Instead of thinking of playing harder, think of playing smarter. So I'd like to leave you with the little tip of the day. Basically, it's this: play smarter, don't play harder. And that's how to become a better player. So again, my name is Lance. I hope you had a great time today. I know I did. And I look forward to seeing you on a court again. Take care. Hi, my name is Lance Goodell, member of the PTR, which is an organization for tennis teaching pros. And I hope that all the segments that we're doing on tennis with Professorate will be helpful, and that you'll learn something and that you'll have a lot of fun doing it. Again, my name is Lance, and I hope to see you on the court soon.